Good afternoon, everyone. Our next matchup is between Team Manitoba, Team Alberta, as Alberta's coached by head coach Kevin Hassenberg from Drumheller, assistant coach Damian Kulich from the Cowichan First Nation, and Dallas Hines from Calgary. Trainer Kevin McCartley from Rankin Inlet, and Winston Delorme from Rocky Mountain Cree, as their lineup is Redlick, Ellsworth, McDonald, Lacombe, Cullinich, Finley, across the mountain, Bruno, Wedman, Breban, Medshield, Alexis, Clarkson, and Shirtlife, and also Werbowski, Donovan, Sexsmith, Clothier, Condro, and Wood for Team Manitoba. They're coached by head coach Trip Joshua from Laird First Nation, Yeremko Hayden, Tate Rayum Skyler, trainer Favel Eric, and Kevin Mockman and Ryan Parson, who's also their coach. And my second game viewing Manitoba, they got starting lineup with Thompson and Hemelin and Langolin out there with the D pairing of Sutherland and McCallum, as this is a big game, as a couple big hockey clubs, as Berta dumps it in deep, and that's behind starting goalie for Manitoba, as Moose Tail gets the start for Toba, as here they come. Langanan shoots it high and wide over number 29, Matthew Condro, who gets the start for Alberta. Alberta's starting lineup looks like they got Redlick, Bruno Werbowski up front, and on the backside, Cullinich and Alexis on the defense. Battle of the Flatland teams here, and both have been looking pretty good here early in the Nationals, as number 8, Finley, is taken down, as he's still got the puck. Taken down again as Langdon plays a hard physical game, and here comes Clarkston, who gets it up as Manitoba flips it up to the center to Langdon, and I don't know who's getting the penalty here. Looks like number 14, Mickey Thompson, going to the sin bin early in the first minute of the game, as Alberta's on the power play, as Mickey Thompson, he plays a hard game, and he's going to the box. As let's see what Alberta's power play looks like, as they got Wedman, Donovan, and Ellsworth out there, and back on defense, a quick shot by number 22, Cullinich, as that goes high, as Alberta works it low and trying to get it out, as that bounces right out front, and shot off, cleared to the corner by Mitchell Thompson. As the puck goes back to the point, as Alberta gives a quick, nice save by Moose Tail, as he kicks that aside. Araya Moose Tail, he played a pretty good game the last time I announced their game, as Berta gets it back to number 22, Cullinich, as that shot just goes wide, and it's back to the point, as Berta keeps it in. They flick it deep, as number 2, Della Quina, tries to get it out, but that's failed, as Moose Tail clears that away back to the point, as Alberta's got a lot of momentum here as they move the puck, and Moose Tail makes the first save, and the rebound goes in as number looks like number 10 for Alberta gets that goal, as that's number 10, Hunter Colomby, who gets the opening goal here on the power play with a minute 10. Didn't take Alberta long to get a power play goal here. And Manitoba dug themselves in an early hole here. And they got a pretty good club. They got a lot of Junior A hockey players as playing in the NJHL, as Alberta's look like they're flying here as they get it over to number 19. Sexsmith, who makes the save, as Braband. Cash Braband out there. I seen his parents earlier, Lori and her husband. Pretty proud of Cash, as Sexsmith, McDonald, and Braband are out there for this this face-off in Manitoba's zone. Is bodied off by big number 8. Hubie Clark for Manitoba. Good defenseman as that puck bounces as Clark gets it, fishes it off to his long stretch pass is number 11, Hemmelin. He dumps it deep, but no problem for Alberta as a missed pass by number 18, McDonald. As here comes Toba. As they get it in as just offside, as 14 for Manitoba. Mickey Thompson's a little bit offside on that play, as 17:03 of the first period, 1-0 Alberta. They got an early power play goal if you're joining us late here. As Toba wins another draw, as here's number 4 for Toba, Cook Kemchak, who sauced that as Toba's falling out, and here comes Alberta, big number 2, Logan Alexis, as he goes in hard, as he pulls this guy down, as here comes Alberta, as they seem to be buzzing, and number 4 for Madden Kemchak gets that, Cook Kemchak, who gets it out, as he gets a stick on it. Cook Kemchak again, he's being hooked, as number 2, Della Quina, gets it up, as Toba, bad pass, as number 15 couldn't handle it, as here comes Toba the other way, as number 24 for Manitoba couldn't handle the pass. That was Carter Haney. As Alberta, they bring it. They got a good pace early in this hockey game. They've given Manitoba everything that they can handle. And here's Toba the other way. Number 5 of shot blocked, and 17 for Toba. Mitchell Thompson ripped one just wide, as Manitoba's on the forecheck, as number 7 Clarkson takes his guy. As I don't know what's going on, but the bodies are flying, and as 12 sets up his colleague there, Donovan, number 12 for Manitoba, is ripped that wide, as Wyatt Dick, as Big Hubert Clark loses the puck. Here comes Alberta the other way, as they get it in deep, as Donovan rims it around, and here's Toba, who's getting fancy, and they lose the puck as Dyke couldn't make a play, as Manitoba makes a change. They get the big line out there of Otten, and this is a big line. Rollison and Lafournier, here's Lafournier, as the ref blows the whistle for offside. This is a pretty effective line for Manitoba of Lafournier and Ottman and Rollison. This Rollison's a big kid who loves to play, and he's a good forward. So we got a good game going here right now. Toba off the leg, and another chip shot as Alberta pounces all over this puck as they're coming in hungry. Drop back to the point, fanned on it. Wanted to go back is number 20, Weldman. Fans on that as Weldman's lines out there with Donovan and Ellsworth as they dump it down. We got an icing call as number 2 for Alberta as big Logan Alexis beats his guy, number 27 for Manitoba. Back to the puck, which is Rollison, as this top line of Ott and Rollison and Lafournier are out there against number 9, B-Band McDonald and Sexsmith. That's D to D as that's kicked aside by Moosetail. If you're joining us late, 13:51 gone in the first period as Alberta gets a power play goal early as Manitoba failed up, and here we go the other way. Offside. Offside as Sexsmith, Aiden Sexsmith gets caught as number 4, Cook Kemchuk. Looks like an intentional offside here. As we got a pretty good crowd here this afternoon in the tournament capital of Canada, as that's what Canada Kamloops has their title as tournament capital and the home of the Kamloops Blazers and the Kamloops Storm. They got a couple junior teams here. They got the scouts out as I know that lots of fans here is at number 4, Cook Tiemchuk is a 3rd round pick of the Blazers as number 7, Clarkson steps into his check. And that's number 28 for Trace Langdon. So Hemelin, Langdon, and Thompson out there as Langdon gets taken down again. Oh, that shot didn't miss by much as that puck's bouncing as Cook Tiemchuk just misses it, and Clarkson walks it out of trouble as number 14 Mickey Thompson throws a hit after the whistle as the boys are mixing it up here. I don't know who's going to the box, but there's a whistle on the play, and looks like number 11, Max Hemelin, going to the penalty box as Alberta has already shown they've got a pretty potent power play as they've got, looks like they've got number 20, Donovan, Weldman, and Ellsworth out there. And back on the point is Killenchuk, who's got the puck, and that's called. Oh, big stop, puck's loose as Moosetail scrambled around to keep that out. Alberta looks pretty impressive with the man advantage. Oh, and another shot. Moosetail with the big stop. Alberta's throwing the puck around. Moosetail comes out as number 20, Grady Wellman, gets one off, but Moosetail turns that aside as we've got some frantic action here as Manitoba doesn't want to be taking too many penalties as Alberta, they throw the puck around like it's a hot potato, and they're on the power play, and the ref's giving an explanation to the coach as the face-off as Alberta goes out there with Donovan. It looks like they got Donovan, Ellsworth, and Wendman out there as number 20, Grady Windman, wins a draw, but the ref wasn't ready. As a linesman, they're not on the same page here. Out there for Manitoba, killing this penalty off is Carter Haney, and looks like Haney and number 16, Aiden Collins on defense with number 17, Mitchell Thompson. So up front they got Haney, Mitchell Thompson, and they've got Collins on the back end with big Hubie Clark, as he's had a good showing so far early in his tourney. I've been very impressed with big Hubert Clark. He takes a lot of time and space away, but this Alberta team, they're pretty quick with moving that puck around. As number 20, Wademan, gets it back, and here's Jaden Killenchuk with the puck, as that's moved to Wendeman, and that's a quick pass over, as that's a quick shot by number 23, Ellsworth, and that's handled easy by Moose Tail, as Manitoba's fans are here, and they're loud after every save by Moose Tail. And out there now for Alberta, they've got coming out, walks out. Oh, I don't know, that went off a stick, but that's down by number 17, Mitchell Thompson. And back to play the puck is number 8 for Alberta, is Logan Finley. Up to number 9, Cash Brebank, as he looks up, setting up high in the slot. They look for Breban, and he gets it. He's playing catch, and his number 19, Sexsmith, gives that away, as we have Breban, Sexsmith, and McDonald out there. And Alberta's got some jump as they get that puck down the ice. Is number 5 for Cade McCallum, dumps it as Manitoba looks at holding a blue line here, as that's in by Cash Breban, as he's got the puck, a long high pass as that bounces off the wall. As the period power play comes to an end, Manitoba gets a penalty kill, and they're on their heels a bit here as number 4 walks in for Alberta, Cook, which is across the mountain. He gets hit hard in the corner. Here's Toba as Alberta clears that puck to the corner, and Manitoba is looking at trying to get the even goal here, and that goes over top, as over the mountain. Looks like he's getting a cross-checking penalty, as or who's getting the penalty here? Whoa, looks like across the mountain, give him the business, and going to the box for Team Manitoba is Wyatt Dick, as Max Hemelin, one of the assistants here, coming over talking, as face off in Manitoba. Third power play of the game for Alberta, as they're moving that puck around with some pretty good momentum, as they're not hanging on it, as Moose Tail, as that Aquina cleans out the net there, is playing up top is number 24, Carter Haney, as Haney's working hard, as an errant pass as Alberta gets it behind the net. Weidman's out there with Donovan and Ellsworth, and quick shot by Ellsworth, which is turned aside again by Moose Tail, and there's no rebound. And the referee puts his hand up as of course he's over talking to the coach here for Team Manitoba. Manitoba doesn't like something here, and the ref is shaking his head and points to drop the puck. And Ellsworth, Wendman, and Donovan out there for Alberta as Fournier loses the puck, and big Hubert Clark rips it down the ice, and on it is 15. Hank Thompson chasing that as Manitoba regroups to the center and the blue line. Oh, big number 15. Hank Thompson stuffs him as Alberta gets pushed back, as here comes Wendman as he's trying to go end to end, and looks like 15 is taken down, and Alberta gets called on a cross check, as you have to give number 15, Hank Thompson, some credit, as he drew that penalty with his hard work. And number 20, Grady Weldman's having some words with the Manitoba player in the box as he's little bit of chirping going on here. We got a 1-0 game, some 4-on-4 hockey for about 41 seconds as Manitoba loses that draw, but they get it from behind, a quick wraparound as Manitoba gets its stick lifted, and here's big number 18 for Alberta, Rowan McDonald. He's a big kid out there and a big power forward as Manitoba goes offside. Alberta keeps McDonald out there. Oh no, now he's coming off. And out there is Breband. He's out there with number 22, Kirshenik, and Breband gets it back. Moved off up to number 12, whose stick was knocked down as Breband's hard on the forecheck. Here's Big Clark as he hangs on the puck, and he's full steam ahead. It looks like an offside as Breband rips it down the ice. As Manitoba's on the power play. Looking at their roster for Toba, they got a lot of kids that played in the MJHL, and you know, a lot of talent on this Manitoba team as they're looking to even things up here on the power play as big Hubert Clark, as that gets by him. Chasing Hubert Clark is number 14, Medshield, is out there and dumped in by number 11, Hemmelin, Langdon and Thompson out there. Rollison, sorry. In on that is Langdon. Rollison and Langdon on the forecheck is their tag team, and they get the puck, and as that's bounced off as Langdon's brought down, and here's Clark with the quick shot. That gets through, but big save by Matthew Condro. He makes the stop, and Moose Tail for Manitoba. He hails from Monaganzabi in the Anishinaabe Nation, and the goalie for Alberta, which is Condro, he hails from St. Albert, Alberta, and he played his hockey with the Drumheller this year in the Junior A League in Saskatchewan. So we got a battle of two pretty highly touted goalies here as Manitoba's working the boards and gets it back to the point, and big shot that's blocked by number 20, Grady Wildman, and that comes to Wildman again, and he flips it up, headmans it to Donovan as big Hubert Clark edges him off the play as Here Langdon loses it to number 20, Wedman, as here comes Toba with the fake pass, and that's kind of behind Langdon, and he just dumps it up, and Toba looks at a change, and here comes Toba's line of Haney, Mitchell, Thompson, and Dyke, as evened up here as Alberta looks like they got a solid penalty kill, as here's Cook Tamechuk, property of the Kamloops Blazers for Manitoba, third round pick, looking very impressive, as no icing. Moosetail misses that puck as Della Quina rims it around, and he's chasing the puck again back in his corner, and that's out the middle as Alberta dumps it back in, as Della Quina gets off the ice, as Manitoba is Cook Temchuk throws his weight around, and that's intercepted by number 21, Gauthier. He walks in to the front of the net as Medshield, Gauthier, and Colombi are out there, as that's chipped off and out of play, and here comes Toba. They've got a 3-on-1, as nice pass and a give and go. Oh, as number 29, Matthew Condro, better to be lucky, as Manitoba with the tic-tac-toe play, as Condro shuts the door toward this game to a 1-0 lead by Alberta. Manitoba's best scoring chance as they send out Rolison, Otten, and Lafournier, one of their top. Lafournier walks in. Oh, and again Condro. He's earning his keep here early, as Alberta pushes the puck forward, and another block shot. Big number 18, McDonald, dishes it off to number 19, Aiden Sexsmith, with a goal, as big number 18, Rowan McDonald, gets his own rebound, fishes it off to his right winger, Aiden Sexsmith. He had all day to shoot out, and Moosetail had no chance. But I can say Matthew Condro came up big on the other end. This could be easily a 1-1 game, but now it's turned into a 2-0 game for Alberta, as big Hubert Clark is taken out behind the net. And here is Alberta is across the mountain, moves it over, and as number 5, Shirtcliffe, tried to get it, as we got another penalty here, holding. Alberta is going on the power play, as number 15, Hank Thompson, goes back to the box, as this ref is only seeing black so far on the penalties and the infractions, as Manitoba is going to the PK again with 3:50, as Alberta, they move that puck around. Kurlich, as we've got number 20, Weldman's line out there with Donovan and Ellsworth, and they move the puck around pretty good, as here's Alberta again, quick shot, misses the net, as number 23, Ellsworth, gets it back to Kulinich, as Kulinich again gets the puck, as he looks at walking down in and feeds it off, and busy stick by Lafournier, as he gets his stick on it, as here comes Toba the other way, and that's shut down by Kulinich, as he got a big reach as he shut that play down, and here comes Toba the other way with an interception, as that puck was bouncing on Lafournier, as big Hubie Clark gets it and kills some time. 1 minute left in this power play, and here comes Alberta as Hubie Clark runs into number 23 for Alberta, and that play is moved into the corner as Ellsworth got taken out, as here comes Toba the other way, headman, as they're putting their wheels on and they're hollering for it as Cook Temchuk wanted that. Looks like we got a delayed penalty as Manitoba looks like they want to kill the clock a bit here to get a full minute power play as Alberta outworks Manitoba to touch the puck as Breeband and number 8 Findlay were hard on the forecheck. As Manitoba looking a little bit tired here, but nonetheless they've got about a minute 45, some 4-on-4 action here as Manitoba comes out with number 11 Hemelin and number 14 Mickey Thompson to take this draw, some 4-on-4 as Hemelin wins it, but nonetheless here comes Berda, number 14 Medshield, and number 17 Bruno. This Bruno kid can fly as he's light on his feet as he can just jumpstart hard as Hank Thompson comes to the bench. And here's Langanen as they got Hemelin and Rollison, and Alberta dumps it down as looks like Manitoba's trying to break the zone as they bring it in the corner. Rocket dropped it to Langanen, over to Rollison. Quick shot, Rollison gets it, he hangs on. He tried a little give and go as he gets it back to the point. As here's number 16, Collins, and he's getting some power play as Collins dances around as Rollison. Quick shot blocked by number 20, Wendman, as they can't seem to get the puck through, as here's Rollison again off to Collins. Collins, a quick shot as Hemelin just missed the net on that chip, and he fans on it is Langan, and here comes Alberta the other way as he overskates that. Here's Rollison off to number 14 into the corner, and behind the net is Langanen's on the puck is Rollison, and Langanen fake shot out front, 14 fans on it as that's battle behind the net, and looks like a trip right in front of the ref as he's not going to call nothing with 6 seconds left, as we're going to run out of time here in the first period. As Alberta looks impressive here after one period of play, and I can tell you the goal scorers for Alberta are Colombi and Sexsmith, as Alberta leaves the ice as Matthew Condro was beaten cleanly, and Manitoba missed a wide open net, and that would have been a 1-1 game. But what happened is Condro turned it aside and Manitoba missed the net, and puck went the other way, and Rowan McDonald with a nice rebound that he got back to himself and gave it to Aiden Sexsmith. And Aiden Sexsmith buried that puck as Manitoba, they got a good squad, as the coach is talking to the official there and telling him he's not happy about things. and they're exchanging words as, you know, you can never win once you start talking with these referees, but it's been all Alberta on the power play as the officials here from Kamloops have been bringing Manitoba up with a number of penalties, but they're looking good on their power play. Coming to you live from Kamloops. And if you're tuning in here and you want a shout out, give us a message online. We'll let you know how you're doing. But we're going to break for station identification. Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play guy, along with our cameraman, Elliot Goodyear. Yes, that's correct. Elliot Goodyear, the tire. All right. Welcome back. Old guy stuff going on with me. Sorry I'm late. As 2-0 Alberta as number 11 Hemelin rips that wide. Oh, it's Cook Temchuk. He hit his guy hard. Looks like an Indian leg wrestling match over there. As Cook Temchuk, he got the better of number 13 for Alberta, which was I don't know, was that Ellsworth? Ellsworth went down hard over there. As looked like an Indian leg wrestling match over there for a while, as the boys didn't want to let go of each other. But Manitoba's on the power play as big Hubert Clark rims it around behind the net. And Donovan, Wedman, and Ellsworth that's number 12 for Alberta, which is Donovan, who gets the puck. And here's number 20, Wedman, who's dangling in. And looking, stops behind the net and jumps out of the way as Hubert Clark finishes him off. As Donovan just misses it, and I don't know who's on the power play, Alberta or Manitoba, but Alberta's been buzzing around here with their skating. Here comes number 24, Haney, as Otten's in there, as that's flicked back and kept in by Hubert Clark, as Alberta slaps it down the ice, as big number 4 across the mountain gets it down. As he's a big boy, like big mountain boy. As here's number 24, toe drag by Haney, as he ripped that over top of the net, and bringing it back is number 16, Collins, and up the middle is, here comes Toba, quick shot by number 17, Mitchell Thompson, and coming back, was a 2-on-1, but 20, Wedman rips it home, and he almost jumped right out of the rink there after that goal. Good reason to celebrate. Number 20, Wedman gets a goal, puts Team Manitoba up 3-0 on a and they're cruising along to take a 3-0 lead here, as Manitoba just can't seem to get anything going, as that's a short-handed goal by Alberta, and a good effort by number 20, Grady Wedman, as Alberta's got some jump here, as they can't go wrong, as sticks are flying, as Hemelin stick, almost like he was in the circus there, as he lost the stick and got it back. As Moose Tail, nice outlet pass, he's doing it all, as Hemelin gets wiped out by number 7, Grady Clarkson, and Hemelin gets it again. Oh, as big number 7, Grady Clarkson's getting cross-checked here, as Cash Breeband comes into the rescue, as Clarkson gets laid out, and he got the worst of that, but shows some good discipline, skating away, as Cash Breeband's going to go to the box as number 28 for Manitoba, Trace Langenan's going to the box as well, as things are getting physical. Two big hockey clubs, a lot at stake, as Alberta's been looking like a like a top team here so far. As face-off's gonna be to the right of Matthew Condro. And looks like, I don't know if they're gonna go 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 hockey here, as we'll find out momentarily as the ref skates over. Nope, Toba's going to the sin bin here again, as Hemelin's going to the box, as Alberta going to the power play again, as this is probably about their 6th straight penalty, as this ref is seeing nothing but block, as he's calling a lot of penalties on Manitoba, as they are down 3-0 to Team Alberta, and out to take the draw is number 20, Grady Wentman. He's got the puck back to Kershernick, who's looking for his deep partner. Wendeman again. That puck goes by Moosetail. Oh, as Moosetail slides over to take that away from Carter Ellsworth, as he had a lot of time, as the ref puts his hand up, as Alberta's the home team and they get last change, but Manitoba changed quickly, and out comes their penalty killing unit of Dyke is out there to win that face-off, as here's Alberta as they push it back, as big number 7 Clarkson rips it off the blocker of Moosetail, and number 20 Wedman, who's been a force, got the puck back to big Clarkson, who lets one rip, and that's off of Dyke, who takes out Clarkson as well, as he's feeling that Wyatt Dick, as he's going to look for a change here maybe, as he's out, taken out hard, stick to the head, as here comes Alberta. They got lots of color in the offensive zone, and there goes Toba as they dump it down and look for a change, as out comes Hubie Clark and Collins. And here's 19 wheeling around for Alberta as he steps in, and that play's broken up and overskated by Haney and taken out by number 16 Collins as they rip it around. This is a small rink, so you really have to rim that puck hard as the corners are short. Here's Alberta. Oh, that's chipped off of Collins in the corner as he got a piece of that. As here we go again as Alberta gets a shot and coming the other way, weight to the legs of number 17, Mitchell Thomas. And here's big number 18, Rowan McDonald, and heads up. Here comes Toba the other way as they flip it off. Shot by number 11, Hemelin. He picked up that pass from Haney, who went off with the defender, but Matthew Condro says no thank you and closes the door at 14 minutes of the second period. All Alberta so far as they're up 3-0 as their Hemelin gets waved out. In comes Langen. Langen looking to win the draw as he loses the draw as number 2. Alexis gets it around, and then here comes Toba. They were looking at running at somebody. And who's going to the penalty box now? As Hemelin is talking to the ref. As who's got the penalty? Who's got the penalty here for Alberta? Who's got the penalty? No, is it Manitoba again? Langen, number 28. is going to the penalty box. Just doesn't seem to be Manitoba's day, as they've got a footpath going to the penalty box. Is Red River Métis Northwest player Trace Langdon, who played for the Swan Valley Stampeders last year, is going to the box, and looks like they're going to be short a couple guys. Or is there 3 guys going to the box? As it looked like a 5-on-3, as the ref is talking with the bench, and looking like a 5-on-3. I don't know what he's explaining to Alberta, but I can tell you right now, if I'm a Manitoba fan, I'm upset, as this seems to be a one-sided officiated game, as Cook Temchuk out there, and here comes number 24, as he's taken down by number 22 for Alberta, which is Caden Chuck, as he walks up. And here we go, 5-on-3 power play, as Alberta's got a 5-on-3 power play, as they're playing a little bit of catch. Ken Chuck gets that puck, and he gets it from number 20, Wenman. Wenman in the corner, as he gets a one-timer off of number 24, Carter Haney. We got 1:19 remaining, as here comes number 17, Mitchell Thompson, out to kill this with big Hubert Clark and Cook Temchuk, as Alberta taking their time here, looking to set it up as they wheel it around, as Ellsworth, Wenman, and Donovan are out there, and a good stick by Cook Temchuk to keep it on the outside, as Moose Tail's hugging the post, and that comes out, as here comes Temchuk, and replaced by Sutherland, as Hubie Clark's out there. And here comes Alberta, led by Finley. Finley does a nice little move, turns in the corner and fishes it back to number 19, as they're playing a little bit of catches. 18 gets some wood on that. That's Rowan McDonald. And Moosetail jumps on that puck. 15 seconds left in this penalty, as the ref's giving a long look to the bench of Manitoba, as I don't know why he's even looking that direction with his calls. It's 12:01 remaining in the second. Here comes Finley the other way, as he tries to dance in, and 19, Sexsmith rebound, and that shot is right on by number 8, Logan Finley, as Alberta got a change going here, looking like they're going to go with Redlick, Bruno, and Werbowski, as Manitoba killed off a 5-on-3, and coming the other way is that's offside. That's offside, is Manitoba. They can't seem to get a break here. Is Hemelin, he's talking. I don't know what's up with this ref, but Hemelin's going to the penalty box, as this referee, I don't know what's going on, but looks like he rung Hemelin up for 10, as I can't believe what's happening and what I'm seeing here, but 5-on-5 hockey, as this is becoming a laugher on the officiating side of things here, as sometimes you gotta have some thick skin when you put on those bands, and doesn't look like this ref has a very long fuse, as Manitoba is fighting the odds here as they're down 3-0. Still lots of time left in this hockey game. As Langen tries to whip it out as Lafournier just missed out and offside as Hubert Clark absolutely destroys number 13 for Alberta, which is Trenton Redlick, as he Indian leg wrestles Hubert Clark down again, as he's should be going into the North American Indigenous Games of Indian leg wrestling, as he's really good at that, as Redlick hauls his guy as Manitoba's getting the only penalty. No, they're going to take them both here. I don't know if there's any more room over there in that penalty box, but Alberta, Werbowski, who's going to the box as Hubert Clark took him out, as looked like a clean check, but after the whistle, and I don't think number 16 Werbowski liked that, as Hubert Clark is going to the box, and number 16 comes out for a skate. I don't know what he's grabbing. Looks like he's out of the sin bin. That's number 16, Aiden Collins. He comes out, and lots of room on the players' bench here on this side of the ice for Manitoba, as we got a 3-0 hockey game, as Manitoba seems to be sidetracked here with the refereeing, as that puck's deep in the zone. It looked like it was offside originally, and now the ref is trying to have the face-off inside. Looked like an offside play as the fans from Manitoba cheer the refs on as they get one right, as offside play, and they were trying to drop the puck inside the zone. I'm trying to be a fair commentator, but the refs here are calling a lot of penalties on tables. We got 5-on-5 hockey here, as boys got to get back to playing hockey, and as number 12, Dyke Wyatt Dick dumps it in, and that's loose, and that's just out of the reach of Cook Kamchak, as that net was wide open, as he does a fake and comes deep, and here number 5, McCallum, a long stretch pass bounced off the stick of his forward, number 17, Mitchell Thompson, as scrum in the corner, as here comes Manitoba the other way, as a little give and go, as that play is broken up by big number 2, Logan Alexis, and here comes Alberta the other way, a no-look pass, and here comes number 12 off to number 24, Carter Haney, who gets one on. Big rebound, steered wide as Clarkson rips it off the glass, and past Collins here as gets the shot wide, looking like a big collision as puck's taken out, as number 15 for Manitoba is wheeling around, which is Thompson. Here comes Clarkson again, long stretch pass. He's wide open, as couldn't get it to him, as Manitoba seems to be off on their passing. Looks like a long pass that could have been called icing, but waved off, and around behind the net is a little hard give and go, and right back into the crowd as a couple bodies go flying. This has been a physical game as number 20 gives the puck away for Manitoba, Julian Fedora, as that puck bounces outside the line to Aiden across the mountain, who gave a laser pass to number 12, Michael Donovan, for an offside play, as the refs are converging again to talk about the offside, as the one official here seems to be directing everybody on the ice. He's got his hands up, and he's been at the Bronx cheers of the Manitoba fans as that puck chipped down on the ice, as Matthew Condro hasn't seen many pucks this period, as Team Manitoba has had a parade to the penalty box with I don't know if it's undisciplined play or just a few bad calls, but they've been in the boxes often. He's been relatively quiet this game. Him and Rollis and his Fournier. Otten gets it. That's blocked by Alberta. Coming the other way is Reband, who again chipped it back. Is big Rowan McDonald is having a pretty solid game as Alberta plays good position, and they move the puck around pretty good as Cash dumps that in for his winger Sexsmith as Reband rips it out, and here comes Manitoba the other way as Otten drops it as that puck is as Cook Kemchuk is slew-footed by Cash Reband as he got a interference penalty. They probably could have called a slow foot, but nonetheless, we got a power play for Manitoba. This is still a relatively close game. We're 7:55 remaining. There's still lots of time in this game, and we're 3-0 Alberta as they've been in cruise control. As here comes Manitoba as Collins, that puck bounces off, and Rollison outmatches his guy. Collins flicks it as number 17, Griffin Bruno. He's a tall, lanky boy who chips that puck out of play. He's had a solid game. I know the Brunos out of Alberta. They got a good hockey family back there in Muscatcheese outside of Edmonton. As there's a scrum and a loose puck, and again Grady Clarkson gets it up, and here's Wedman, who's been pretty solid out there for Alberta. He's had lots of jump on his forecheck, and he wins a puck battle, and again, I don't know, as Manitoba seems to be rattled this game, as they can't seem to get their power play going, as the skating and the forechecking that Alberta has had and the puck pressure that they present is wreaking havoc here. It's a 3-0 game for Alberta, and they are playing a pretty decent hockey game, and they're in a zone as here comes Clark the other way as he turns back and flips it off to number 29 Otten, and he flicks it at the net, and Wyatt Dick was trying to get a tip in there, but Matthew Condro's seen that all the way for another save with 1 minute left in this power play as Alberta sends out Wedman and number 12 Michael Donovan as that penalty killing crew that just came off. They worked hard to, keep Manitoba off the board as his Manitoba loses a puck again. That's number 24, Haney, and here comes Clark as they gain the zone again as Clark gets the puck and Otten is moving it around. He dishes it to no one as 18, Rowan McDonald gets it down. You got Sexsmith and McDonald killing this penalty as Clark gets knocked off and Big McDonald is out muscling his guy, and for a big guy he can move the puck good. That McDonald looks like he's going to get called for a slashing penalty here as ref gives McDonald a penalty as he kind of shakes his head as he looked like he came back with the full head of steam to take that puck away as coach of Alberta is telling his player in the penalty box when that puck's dropped and you're out of the sin bin, you get up the ice here. 6:02 left as we've got a 5-on-3 for about 4 seconds here. As here's Collins over to Rollison, over to Fournier. As Alberta's got a nice box across the ice. That's a nice block by number 2 for Alberta, Logan Alexis. He's a big body, big long reach, and that's blocked it off by Kondo as here comes Wedman again the other way, and he snaps it high as he had Moose Tail down. But here comes Manitoba the other way, Fournier as he loses the puck, and down the ice the puck goes as Manitoba Collins falls behind the net as they're forechecking hard as here comes Toba the other way. That puck's back down again, and here's Manitoba hard on it. Is Donovan behind the net as he gets it back to big number 7, Clarkson. As Clarkson does the stutter move, and they get that back down the ice, which is number 8, Logan Findlay. And Manitoba looking for another chance with 30 seconds. And Matthew Condro, he's been pretty solid. He is playing good position, and Alberta has been playing some solid defense here and limiting the chances of Manitoba as they can't seem to get their power play set up as a big face-off win by Alberta in the corner as Toba's got Rollison, Otten, Lafreniere, and here comes Bird as Griffin Bruno dumps it in, and here's Hubert Clark with the puck, and he flips it off to Otten. They're looking at regrouping, and time's running out on this power play as Manitoba can't seem to penetrate the tight checking of Team Alberta. As in on the puck is Wyatt Dick as he's got the puck looking to pass as that's back to the point as Alberta calmly checks, and here's Hubert Clark. He's been logging a lot of ice time, and he hooks his guy up, and again Alberta looks to come, but here's Manitoba on a transition kicked out by Condro, and McCallum circles to the center line as he rips it in as Condro handles the puck and makes the play. And kicked aside, a very dangerous play by Sexsmith on a giveaway as Toba, number 24, Heaney got a shot off. And Alberta gets it again, and a long chip in as Moose Tail covers it up as number 16 going hard to the net is Carson Warbisky, as he's been a handful for Manitoba. He's been the league wrestling champion so far of this tourney, but this Warbowski has been playing a hell of a game, and he's been all over the ice and playing physical, paying the price, and getting under the skin of this team Manitoba and doing his job. Here comes Alberta with a quick shot, and that's blocked as Delaquina gets it out. That's intercepted as Logan Alexis gives a nice outlet pass as Toba trying to throw its weight around as number 15, Hank Thompson, has been relatively quiet. He missed the body check. Here comes Toba the other way as a bad pass and a bad bounce, and Cook Kaichuk steps into number 17, Bruno Griffin. His bodies are flying as the ice condition here is getting a little bit rougher in a lot of parts of this period. The temperature out there, it's warm as Thompson takes a run and he misses his guy. There goes number 2, Logan Alexis. He's throwing his weight around. And here comes Manitoba with a quick shot as Cook. Kemchuk takes some body from Logan Alexis. As this defense for Alberta, you got to keep your head up as they'll finish their check. And Manitoba come to life a little bit here as they've got Alberta hemmed in their zone. Because I'm pretty impressed with Logan Alexis and Aiden Cross the Mountain. 2 big defensemen who play a physical game. Does that look like it was offside? And oh yeah, that linesman seen what I seen, offside with 1:39 left in the second period. As Team Toba has found a little bit of energy here, but can't penetrate Matthew Condro and his solid net minding as Clark's trying to bully his way in as Otten and Clark down deep as Alberta push it out as here's Aiden Collins with the chip as Rolison dumps it back as Condro plays it, and that's a loose puck and a giveaway. Here's Otten looking for Rolison, back to Collins, over to Otten. There's Lafreniere back and wheeling around. He's got some room, and he's walking around as Alberta seems to be standing around as they're boxing it up and keeping the shots to the outside as that puck loose as Alberta bounces on it and gets it to the line and kept in by Collins as Rolison chips it to Lafreniere, and here's Otten. And this line's starting to come alive as they can't seem to get anything to the net as Alberta finally gets it out. As here's 21 who gets it to the line, which is Gauthier, and he's on the puck. Him and Collins are fighting for it. As Collins goes down, Gauthier with the wraparound just over top of the net. Moose tail. That shot goes wide by Donovan. Here's Alberta pushing hard with 4 seconds as the time's going to run out. Oh, as Grady Wedman got one off as just with a little bit of time, and he got a lot on that as Moose Tail. He's seen that puck go rimming by the top of his head as 3-0 Alberta, as there's been a ton of penalties here on Manitoba's side. I think at one point it was a 5-on-3 and it was like a heavy traffic to the penalty box. But here we are, 3-0, and could have been turned out to be a lot worse, but Moose Tails played a pretty good game so far to keep Manitoba in, but they're down 3-0 as Coach Parsons is probably going to have a talk with the boys about composure and discipline And that's what they're going to need for this third period if they want to come back. Still lots of time. 3-0 is one of the most worst leads you can have in hockey. But here we are, Manitoba down 3-0. Shane Gottfriedson with Elliot Goodman giving you play-by-play. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. 3-0 here in a very exciting hockey game. Probably one of the most penalties called so far in this tourney, as Alberta's had a number of power plays. I want to give a shout out to some of the reserves in the territories where the Alberta guys are coming from, because I've never done one of their games. They got kids from Calgary, which Logan Alexis is living, and Grady Clarkston from Grand Prairie, and we've got Aiden across the mountain from Kainai. That's one of the biggest reserves in Canada, as he played for the U17 team. And Jaden Kulinich from Cowichan First Nation. We've got Miskikyu First Nation, which is Cash Reband, who's I sit on the board with his mom, Lori, and know that family. So Cash looks like a good one out there. We got Fort McKay First Nation, Blaise Boucher, and Emery Medicine Shield. He's not in the lineup tonight, but he's from Sisiska. Enoch Cree Nation is where Rowan McDonald's from. Big boy, Rowan McDonald. St. Albert, Spruce Grove, Sherwood Park, all the home of the Edmonton Oilers. And Drift Pile Cree Nation is Grady Wedman, who's number 20. Shout out to those communities, and here we go. Third period, Alberta going with Bruno Werbowski and Reddick, and Toba's coming with Hemmelin, Langley, and Thompson, as that is offside, as Hemmelin, he's feeling a little frustrated, as he's been in the face of the ref a few times. But Manitoba's got to play hockey here. They got to score some goals to get back in here and not worry about the roughing. As face off, as Alberta comes back with Bruno Griffin and Werbowski. Been a good line tonight, as that's chipped out, and here's Clarkson, who's skating on one, as Hemmelin gets at a quick shot that goes nowhere, as big Hubert Clark wanted Werbowski, but he ducked out of the way. And here comes Alberta with the one-legged move, dancing around as number 2, Clark, Logan Alexis from Calgary to Hemmelin. Quick shot, goes wide, and here comes number 12, Donovan, the other way, as Ellsworth was calling for it, and Clark is looking refreshed after a lot of ice time. That second period, killing a lot of penalties, and here comes Kulinich, who's offside. As we've got a shout out to all of the Alberta homes where a lot of these boys come from, and we got Manitoba, who big hockey province, as they just had one of the Brett Wilson Memorial out there in out east there in Manitoba. Brett Wilson, one of the stars in Indian hockey, as that puck's dumped down the ice, and icing called, as we got the Sapwinak Cree Nation, where Michael Thompson comes, Mitchell Thompson's from, and a big shout out to Gavin Quenville and the Peguis First Nation. So all the people from Peguis, we want to say hi, as that one just goes wide, as Manitoba blocks that puck out in the neutral zone, and heads up is number 19, Sexsmith, gets rubbed off, and he had a big hit, as he's going to go to the box for that. as Sexsmith looks like he's going to get a charging call as he tried to take out the Manitoba player as he got going to get a 2-minute penalty for charging. Major no-no as he got called as big Rowan McDonald from Enoch, he comes off as Hemelin's getting kicked out of the face-off circle as he doesn't want to, but he's got to, as here's Langen gets it back as number 16 Collins is hanging on to the puck. Quick shot, rebound, turned aside as Condro makes the first save, and here comes Toba as they get another one, another chance as number 27 Rolison couldn't corral that puck, and Alberta, they're everywhere here as they're buzzing, and here comes Toba the other way as they're looking at a rink-wide pass as they're on the power play. Rolison grabs it as Otten winning that battle along the boards. There's that Langdon as comes back to Collins. Quick shot as they're trying to bank that in as Hamelin trying to bank the puck around as again chipped by Rolison. Hamelin comes out as it looks like a late slash by number 14 from Manitoba, which is Mickey Thompson trying to jar the puck loose, but goaltender Matthew Condro having none of that as he makes the stop. Out there is for Toba is Wyatt Dick, Carter Haney, and looking like Mitchell Thompson, the forward crew, as Alberta skates it out to the blue line as big number 8, Hubert Clark, chips it back in. And here comes number 20, Wedman, who's been a force so far. As here comes Otten the other way as he's looking at shielding and protecting the puck as he goes up against big number 2, Logan Alexis, as Alexis and his D partner get it out, and Hubert Clark's been logging a lot of ice time as trying to get Toba back as here comes Manitoba the other way. They chip it in as Cash rebounds on it, and to the point is broken up by McDonald and kept in at the line as big Hubert Clark out-muscled and kept that puck as that was a ripper that he got his body in front of. Back behind the net as Moosetail rims it around as McDonald chips it, nobody home. Again, that's an errant pass. Here comes McDonald with a hard shot as Moosetail turned out aside. And here comes number 4, Cook Temchuk, who looking at jumping up in the play, and he's caught. 2-on-2 here as nice move by number 19 for Alberta. Sexsmith is here. Toba with the long rink-wide pass chipped in by number 15, Hank Thompson. Coming back the other way is Alberta. They got a lot of jump here this whole game, and nice pass, and that was fanned on by number 10 for Alberta as he fanned on that shot, Hunter Colombi, as Manitoba flicks the puck over and shot on goal, turned aside by Matthew Condro as this place filled up in a hurry as we've got a good turnout here for this third period. 14:40 left in the third period as Alberta is in cruise control here as Manitoba's, though they're pushing back as face-off clearly won by number 20, Grady Wendman, as they both run into the ref, as he's had a rough game, as he's been in the way and been in the minds of Team Manitoba, and he gets roughed up a bit and face off with an offside at 14:25 of the third period, as big number 2, Logan Alexis, and number 22, Jaden Kulnichuk, had a pretty decent game for Alberta, as they, a little bit of stick work. Drop the puck, let's play some hockey, and here we go as number 22, Kulnichuk, rips it in to the line, and Manitoba gets it out, and here's Otten. Oh, he stepped in by big number 2, Logan Alexis, as he tried to hip check him, and as this big line of Manitoba, Lafournier with the shot, turned aside, as McCallum throws another one. Pinching in is number 21, and Lafournier with some good stick work, as he gets it to Rollison. He loses the puck, and back again, and Alberta skates it out with Kulnichuk, who gives it up to number 20, Grady Wendman, who's had a really solid two-way game and been rewarded with a goal. But he's been a force, Wendeman. That line of Wendeman, Ellsworth, and Donovan have been buzzing all night long, as this next line of Warbowski, Bruno, and Redlicker out there is big body check by the Alberta player, Donovan, and that puck comes out, and here comes Manitoba as Hemelin skates in and turns, and he's bounced off the puck by big number 13 for Alberta, who's been throwing his weight around. Redlick, as Manitoba seems to be catching Alberta running around looking for the big hit, as they seem to be focused on playing the puck, as big Hubert Clark is pulled down by number 4 for Team Alberta, Aiden across the mountain, as they dump it down the ice, and we've got an icing call here. As Alberta is trying to play physical, and I think it might have cost them a bit there, as they were trying to play the body when they could have been playing the puck, but nonetheless, Alberta's up 3-0, and a big shout out to all the fans back in Muscatine, outside of Edmonton, and all the Oilers fans in Alberta. Your team's winning here so far. As we all know, Calgary's never made the playoffs, but they had a pretty good year. As the linesman tells Bruno Griffin, get back out here. Calgary's out of the playoffs, but you're still in it, Bruno. Out of Calgary, get back in here. As we have number 24, Haney against Bruno. Let's see who can win this, as Haney wins it, as they get it back behind the net. And if Manitoba wants to get back, they need a quick one here, as Cook Temchuk gets it back. He brings it in a quick shot. Pad saved by Kondo, as he's been looking good, as Kondo has been pretty solid, as here comes Toba, as they're all over Team Alberta here, as here comes Cook Temchuk, and that pass is broken up, and again here comes Toba, and great play, defensive play by number 8, Logan Finley, sprawled out to break that play up, and Manitoba isn't giving up, as they're working hard here. Here's 17, Mitchell Thompson, who flicks it up, as here's big number 7, Grady Clarkson, who chips it in and chasing it after it. Here's Cash Reban, who gets it back to the point to number 8, Logan Finley, and that's covered up by goaltender Uriah Moosetail. And Uriah Moosetail's had a solid game for Manitoba, and he's hailing out of Anishinaabe Nation. Moosetail and Uriah having a good game as Fournier stumps it up, and as Rolison looking like he's lagging a bit here as he looks like he's lost a step this last 10 minutes of the third period. Manitoba needs the next one if they got a chance. There's lots of time left at 11:14 as Alberta wins the face-off, and here comes Manitoba the other way. Oh, heads up as Otten is looking for that. Here's Rolison on the forecheck. His Cash Breban, he's looked pretty good as well. Good quick feed on Breban as he seems to be dancing hard as Breban, he rips that puck around the boards, and oh, as big number 2, Logan Alexis let that fly as that puck was blocked by Manitoba. And here's Otten as he ducks and dives and misses a check from McDonald. Lafournier walks in, and that just misses as Alberta is, here's McDonald with the puck and easily chips it out, and here comes number 14, Medshield rips it wide as Medshield, Combe and Gauthier are out there, Keenan Gauthier, and here comes Lafreniere as he's caught, and again Rolison's chasing the puck as he comes around and bumps the goalie, and looking like he's going to get a penalty as Moosetail touches the puck. As I don't know about that call, as Rolison looked like he tried to get out of the way, and Condra stepped into Rolison, and Rolison's going to the penalty box as big goaltender Matthew Condro from St. Albert, Alberta, and backing him up is Tristan Wood out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. Those are the goalies for Alberta, and Moosetail for Manitoba, and Tristan Wood is his backup today. .9:42 left in this game is a quick shot on goal. That puck's covered up by Moosetail. And again, number 5, Cade McCallum, trying to help his goalie out, as there was a bunch of whacks on the puck there, and looks like is Alberta going to give the penalty, a 5-on-5, which is probably a wise call, as Hunter Colombi, who's got a goal in this game, he had about 3 or 4 hard whacks on Moosetail, and we all know in hockey that's not tolerated. You can take one whack, but you know, when you want to dig around, that's what's going to happen is they're going to get a penalty or get a stick or chopped or taken out, or you're going to face some moose meat action here. As that's back to the point, Kilnichuk with a sharp shot kicked aside by Moosetail. As Ellsworth has the puck in the corner, back to Kilnichuk, over to his D partner. Oh, Ellsworth! Oh, I think that guy, as Moosetail might have got his stick on that. I'm not sure, but that was a beautifully executed play as Alberta is moving it around, and again Moosetail gets the paddle and the pads down on the ice, and stoppage of play with 9 minutes to go in this hockey game and it's 3-0 Team Alberta over Team Manitoba, as Team Alberta's got a power play with minute 14 left as Rebound hooks up big Hubert Clark. And Alberta seems to have a lot of jump and looking like a really good hockey team that plays discipline, as Clark's trying to get his check of Emery Medshield, trying to get Medshield to do something, as that puck's dumped down the ice. And number 14 Medshield circles that center as Alberta comes in, and here's McDonald. McDonald, Ruband, and McDonald out there. Hubert Clark got, oh, big shot by number 19 for Alberta, Sexsmith. But soccer play, as I couldn't get it out here. Number 12, Wyatt Dix, lost his stick. As Alberta, as Manitoba gets it out, as Wyatt Smith, as some rough action along the bench, as boys are chatting, exchanging pleasantries, as they have all game. Cash, Rebound rims it around, nobody home, as Manitoba dumps it in, as Alberta's got 4 guys back, and looking at there's a big hit by Rolison, takes out 2 guys to break that play up, and coming the other way is Rolison got a step on number 5, Short Life, as here's Cook. Temchuk trying to get it as number 24, Henry Heaney, misses the puck, as boys are all looking a little bit tired here. It's been a grind here at the championships with sometimes you play 2 games in one day, and Temchuk Cook takes out his guy, and Alberta comes out with the puck, and Delaquina does a circle move, and Cook Temchuk gets it up to number 17 for Manitoba with a errant pass. Delaquina that was way behind him, as Moosetail makes another save. Time is not on Manitoba's side here, as Alberta seems to be controlling the play here, as lots of time and space. 6:18 left, as Delaquina and Cook Temchuk look gassed out there, as Delaquina is battling, and again Manitoba can't get it out, and that's picked off, and Cook Temchuk gets his stick in front of number 21 Keon Gauthier, as him and Medshield and Colombi, they had a really excellent push there and took a lot of wind out of the sails, and everybody's out of the blocks again here and looking lonely over there for the timekeeper, as here's Roland McDonald. He just lets one rip, and that's gone wide, and here's Hemel, and he's ridden off the puck, and Alberta with a nice outlet passes. Here's Cash, rebound up to McDonald, and Toba's coming the other way, as heads up, as big number 19 Sexsmith was looking at finishing his check, and Manitoba coming the other way is Sutherland. He swings it back to the neutral zone, as here's Langanen, as that puck is up off the screen for a stop and play, as 5:09 left in this hockey game. 3-0, but a very good paced hockey game of two teams that are working hard, and so far Matthew Conroy, Manitoba, can't seem to solve him, as number 4 across the mountain stepped out of the way of his check, as Manitoba gets it to the line, and Wedman, he's been having a good solid game, as Hank Thompson's going to go back to the penalty box as he wiped out Carter Ellsworth, as 4:40 left, as number 19 for Manitoba, Gavin Quenville, chopped his guy to get it out, as here comes Alberta again. Donovan, who walks in, and that's missed. Shot gone wide, as again number 15, Hank Thompson, likes to play a physical brand of hockey, but he's not getting away with much today. In this game, is the officials from Kamloops here got Hank Thompson's number, as he's back in the box again, as that puck's chipped away. We got a breakaway here, and that stopped. Rebound. Oh, number 12, Wyatt Dick. He walked in, and that puck was loose. He got another whack at it, and Matthew Condro makes another big stop, as the defenseman for number 8, Logan Finley, blows a wheel, and face-off won by Manitoba as they bring it back, and that's broken up by Big McDonald. Big Kid's got a good stick, and that's over to number 19, Sexsmith, who gets one off, and number 5 for McCallum, Cade McCallum, got a good stick as he got shut that out, as Blues tail closes the door again. 1:16 as Alberta sends out Wedman, Donovan, and Ellsworth. They've been buzzing around, but this line of McDonald, Breban, and Sexsmith, that's a good 1-2 line for Alberta, who can generate a lot of offense, as won by Manitoba. As big Hubie Clark has logged a lot of ice time, as the big rig flips that off of one of the Alberta players, and that's out of play, as Wendeman takes the draw against number 17, Mitchell Thompson. Thompson with the win, and down the ice, and there goes Haney after the puck, and I don't know, Condro was thinking he was gonna make a move, but didn't work for him, as Hubert Clark's dump was blocked, and he gets another shot, and he rips it down, and Condro was thinking about playing it, as number 12 rubs out Mitchell Thompson, as he looked like he's at the end of a shift, and as number 23 for Alberta is gone offside on that play, and that's Ellsworth. Alberta comes out with the line of a pretty darn good third line here as well, with Werbowski, Bruno, and Redlick, as they've got created some havoc here tonight. As you know, all 4 lines for Alberta seem to be buzzing, as that's ripped down the ices. You got to be quick if you're a linesman, and these linesmen are pretty quick getting out of the way, as Werbowski got that, as here's goes off of Werbowski again, as Clarkson steps up as there's penalties over and heads up as what could have been a train wreck as 13 Redlick steps into his check as Redlick on the far side with the puck. Oh, he looked like he got chopped, but he got away. And here's Redlick again behind the net as he wheels it out. That's pissed off. Stepping up is number 4 across the mountain as he was trying to create some offense. And heads up as Clarkson is trying to play physical as pinching across and way out of position. As here's Toba, Hubert, Clark with the giveaway and swings his stick and knocks it off as Delaquina back to Hubert, Clark as he fishes it up. Clark gives it away as he comes back and knocks his guy off the puck, but giveaway by Clark today. Probably not his best game as he's looking like he's logged a lot of minutes and sometimes mental fatigue sets in. Last minute of play of the third period as the puck is in a scramble at the side of the net as Medshield, Colomb, and both here are out there for the final minute. Fourth line duties are getting some action here as they're working the puck low and swinging it around as they seem to be hanging on and working the boards really well as Hubie Clark's got one hand on him. Could have been called a holding penalty, but not this late as again that play is broken up with a glove hand pass as the refs smile at each other as they both seen it. It's like seeing your long lost cousin when you haven't seen him for a while. You give the big smile and the head nod as lots of cousins around here today, lots of aunties and uncles, and mostly grandparents in the crowd here as Alberta's all smiles with 14 seconds left in this hockey game. As looks like they're going to get a 3-0 win with 5 seconds left. And as, walking in, and a big stop. I almost blew that for Matthew Condro, but he saved his own bacon as he made a great save as a tired-looking Manitoba team as they got into penalty trouble halfway through this game, and they looked like they got worn out killing penalties as Alberta team who come out flying and looked like their power play was pretty lethal as Alberta got goals from Sexsmith, Colombi, and Grady Wentman, who got the goals for Alberta in a 3-0 game as Matthew Condro with the shutout as Manitoba goes down. A very well hockey game played. I'm Shane Gottfredson, your play-by-play guy. My 3rd game in a row, 7th game. I did probably about 11 games so far. I hope you're happy with the color commentary as we've got a lot of aunties and uncles that came a long way and cousins that are back home cheering for these guys. And they played a hard game. No shame in that game as two good teams as Alberta comes out on top with the victory. And they're looking pretty good so far in the 2025 Aboriginal Hockey Championships here in the tournament capital of Canada, Kamloops, British Columbia, traditional territory of Kamloops. The Secwepemc Indian Band Chief Roseanne Casimir and her council members have been around the rink as have been our elders and our community members, as there's a number of people all across the Shuswap Nation also have been here watching as our next game tonight is going to be British Columbia versus Saskatchewan. And player of the game, Grady Wendman, as he no doubt deserved that, as he played a great game. And number 5 for Team Manitoba, Cade McCallum, he played good, but I think it could have been a lot worse if Moose Tail wasn't in the net, as he played a solid game. Shane Gottfredson over and out, and my camera guy, Elliot Goodman, Goodyear tire guy, he says they're the best tires on the market as Manitoba falls to Alberta. Good night, and we will see you in a bit.